It's a Stormers team happy to be back home. It's been 5 months, so it's been a long time between drinks. Can the Stormers buck the trend?
Well, Jack Crowley, he's cemented himself firmly as Johnny Sexton's replacement in the Ireland number 10 jersey. Started 2 tests against South Africa here in South Africa, in Pretoria and Durban. In the July Internationals, a fabulous 2-match series. As it's underway in Cape Town, and Paul de Wet with the clearance from the base for the DHL Stormers. Decent start for Munster, getting some field position early.
Yeah, it's a regular start from both teams. The deep kick-off, trying to slow it down to get in a good kicking position with that ruck on the 15. But Munster, all his dangers from set phase attack. Take Byrne, usually the target man. Scannell, we want to start strong.
Niall Scannell towards the tail. There was a contest on the throw to Tom Ahern, but dealt with it well. Into the midfield for Alex Kendellen, who's in that number 7 jersey in place of John Hodnett, who started in the big derby against Leinster at Croke Park a week ago before they travelled. Now Crowley over the top and to absolutely no one. Calvin Nash, his Ireland teammate, had
behind the mark,
come in field.
Nash was on the way back home. He'd gone with that midfield hit up. You can see him running there. Look at Nash, almost running past de Wet there, but he's not quick enough. And that ball, the recycling was too quick.
5 man, is it?
No one home for Munster.
5.
So messy start on attack, but there was space there.
Joseph Dweba finding Andre Smith into the starting lineup this week, with Ruben van Heerden dropping to the bench. And J.D. Schickeling starting in the 5 jersey.
Backwards, all backwards.
A kick that didn't go as far as the Stormers intended. Possession back with Munster. Crowley looking for the big ball over the top, lost forward off the hands. Mike Haley has some consolidation to do, but they'll come back for the knock-on. First scrum.
Knock-on.
And I think you can see Munster, they're trying that bridge pass, that pass over the top. Because the Stormers are cutting the wide options, but the last man is hanging on the 5 meter very wide. And that's where the space is. But sometimes that can be fool's gold against the rush defense. What you want to do is punch up the middle and then look for space. Munster probably trying to go earlier, wide a little bit too early.
Okay, good balance and nice and square. Balance and
Huge
square.
Experience in this Munster front row. The fewest appearances in this competition, the 94 of Jeremy Lockman. Scannell with 132 prior to this game, and John Ryan, who's in this week for Stephen Archer, who's on the bench, 170 appearances in this competition.
Yes, 9.
Conor Murray off the back of a nice steady scrum for Munster.
First man, turnover.
Turnover good for the Stormers, away by Murabe. Schickeling. Paul de Wet spotting the defence quickly up, looking for an offload in contact. Finds Sitole. Quickly back on his feet. Little juggle from Schickeling, but regathered. Ball not touching either one of his own players or a Munster player, so no knock on. Willemse. Quickly out the back from Tiernison. Beautiful ball inside for Zas from Nel, who gets it back. Popped up for de Wet, looking for runners. Finds Willemse. Another change of direction and a good line from Gelant, and the ball out the back for Willemse was good, but couldn't hang on.
Here. Inside.
Looking for offloads before contact. Crowley now with the clearance kick, and a decent one down towards halfway.
And that's the beauty when the Stormers, when they get going, no rucks formed. When there is a ruck, the ball's coming out pretty quickly. But momentum on momentum, continuity. Look at this, the pick and roll here. Willemse to Gelant, back to Willemse. Loops around here, looking to create some magic early on. Just didn't land. But the Stormers looking to create early on.
5 man, 5.
Five-man line out for the Stormers, but it's over the top of Ben Jason Dixon and gathered by Scannell for Munster and quickly out into those wider channels. Tom Farrell did so well in the colours of Connacht, relishing his opportunity, and here is Shane Daly on a beautiful line. Tackle made by Warwick Gelant.
Onside!
Murray has quick ruck ball, Byrne out the back. Crowley had to reach to fetch it, and now the interception from Suleiman Hartzenberg. He's being chased down by Farrell. They won't catch him. Hartzenberg is in very much against the grain, but bringing a sizable crowd in Cape Town to their feet. Second try in this year's competition, and a 10th in total for Suleiman Hartzenberg. Into the starting lineup for Angelo Davids, and straight onto the score sheet.
Yeah, and the Stormers here, Munster, a little bit frantic. There he goes, it pops up for Suleiman Hartzenberg. The question was, did he have the gas or the juice to go the distance? He certainly does. No one getting close to him. Suleiman Hartzenberg, over he goes for the first one in Greenpoint Stadium for the Stormers.
The only change in the starting back division from the team that suffered that defeat at the hands of Edinburgh last weekend. Suleiman Hartzenberg for Angelo Davids. Nice to see Herschel Yankees back in the 23 as well, returning from a shoulder injury. One of two backline players on the bench today, looking to make his first appearance of the season. Now Willemse. A sweet strike from Willemse. Smiles on the faces.
Yeah, and this time Munster getting their opportunity to have a go.
There's no shot.
That's the rush, that's the line speed, that's the pressure. Pressure into mistakes. Defense giving opportunity. And Suleiman Hartzenberg runs it in for the Stormers.
Jack Crowley's restart. Lots of hang time, and not cleanly held by the Stormers, but then lost forward. There was a chance there for Munster on that restart. A beautifully contestable kick from Crowley.
Okay.
It's a well-placed kick.
It didn't help because Nine was shouting. So
and Hearn just needed to snap that up, but well-weighted kick. Generally, teams will go deeper from that position because they want the kick. They want the strike from the kick afterwards, put pressure on, get a line out just outside the 22-meter area, and you look to build from there. But Munster going with the early one, the contestable very early in the game.
Yetling for Shear here on the near side. The tight head jersey, but looked a bit bemused by some of the decisions that went against him when he was up against Pierre Skuman in Edinburgh last week, but made a strong start to the campaign. Be a reset.
And the Stormers had the nudge, I think. Bit of confusion at the back. Kekim whatever wanted to play it, and he had his shoulders disconnected, but aggressive hit from the Stormers. A little bit of a fight in the beginning, but the pressure started to come through there. There it is. It's T. Sitole staying nice and square. This John Ryan turned in, so that gives T the opportunity to go straight for the ribs.
Stay driving on the loose head. What's that?
Two changes in the front row this week for the Stormers, but their rotations. Last week's starters, Andre Hichefente and Brock Harris, reverting to the bench.
Set!
Too early from Munster. Stormers getting the free kick.
That's the first one that they've done.
That's a tricky thing, Matthew. Here, generally, you want to scrum for a penalty. So if you kick long, you get that ball back from the line out. Now the Stormers are forced to kick a contestable, and this can go anywhere.
Coming down right on halfway, backwards off a Munster player. Gathered by Schickerling, who did well. Willemse, there's a man down in back play here for Munster.
Carried back.
Very slow to get to his feet. Warwick Gelant off the left boot. Brilliant kick, but it will not be a 50-22. That ball was carried back into the Stormers' half of the field. And that is, Mike Haley.
Time off.
He came from a long way back. Also started his jump pretty early from that contestable kick. So this could just be a little bit of wind.
He got carried back in. Yeah.
Really not looking comfortable, Mike Haley. Another hugely experienced players in this Munster side. He's been in the side for all four.
It was going to be your penalty. It's tackle off the ball.
This year's competition's appearances so far.
So we've got a tackle off the ball.
83rd.
Against your number
in total in 3. The competition.
Just where that player was down.
There's going to be a penalty here against Neertling for sheer.
Yeah, from this area.
For a tackle off the ball.
Thank you. Just here, Jack. Good to go. Tackle off the ball.
A big let-off here for Munster as Jack Crowley gets to kick towards the DHL Stormers 22. Amy Barrett-Taron will have her flag up just inside that 22-metre area.
Stormers on the line. 7.
Munster walking in, Scannell locked and loaded, ready to go. Eventually a full complement to the line out, but poached. But then popped up by De Wet and gathered back by Munster. Lockman goes to the short side. Dweba with an attempt over the ball, cleaned off it spectacularly. Then Tom Ahern.
Leave the line.
Murray. Candellan. Cleaning work is good at ruck time from Munster as they edge forward. Farrell.
Not now. Only on the body.
Candellan wants it and has it. Support from Jack O'Donoghue, but a solid tackle from Ben Jason Dixon. Recycled for Tygburn. Quick placement of the ball. And here is Calvin Nash looking to his left for Daly. Murray popped inside for O'Donoghue. Way by Murray for Byrne. Once again, great understanding between the Irish internationals. Ball over the top from Crowley. It's gone forward. No try for Mike Haley.
Yeah, good control from Munster, but the patience from deep and the discipline from the Stormers defensively there. Generally, after a couple of runs, you see a penalty advantage. But recycling well, not spending a lot of time on the ground. The crowd enjoying that, but you can see the numbers all coming up nice and connected, and forcing that long pass over the top. But you can see the scramble D also from the Stormers, called immediately the forward pass.
Yeah, I was pretty certain it was forward.
But the intensity, Munster picking up the intensity in the Stormers half. You can see the pack coming alive, coming hard around the corner.
Yeah.
John Ryan, Munster's tight head, the man receiving
just on the setup.
Attention ahead of the scrum. Stephen Archer, who started against Leinster last week, spoke about John Ryan's 170 appearances in the Vodacom URC prior to this one.
Say again?
Of course, taking into account its previous formats.
Thanks.
Pro 12, Pro 14.
Time on.
Stephen Archer, he comes on today, 230th appearance. Massive experience at Munster's disposal across the front row.
Crouch.
The previous scrum on a Stormers put in ended in a free kick.
Set.
Much Much better stability that time. Stormers looking for the second shove. Front row standing up.
Same scrum.
It's an arm wrestle up there, I think.
You're coming up. You stay down.
What the ref wants to see is the pack going forward, not sideways like that. The Stormers certainly going for this one.
Yep.
Big reshuffle this week in Munster's back row with Jack O'Donoghue playing 8. He started at 6 against Leinster. Kendellen in for Hodnett. Tom Ahern into the number 6 jersey.
Okay, both down. Play the ball. 9, play the ball.
Paul de Vet being told to play away by Mike Adamson. Warwick Gelant. And then making the clearance. Doesn't look particularly happy.
Here's your mark.
Never.
What's that? No. Yeah, I can see
You want scrum. You don't want the scrum battle to end because there's a collapse down on the ground. You actually want scrum completions.
Scannell. Schickerling was up in the air again to contest, and although not going to hand, it's an opportunity for a hack through. And another speculative pass sailing over the head this time of Shane Daly and into touch.
It's just silly mistakes. So was that Mike Haley running sideways? So you're buying time for that wing on the outside. First of all, you're taking his time away, then you throw the pass. With chances are he might be looking to cut back in or come a little bit closer to you, thinking you're going to get contact. A good net result for the Stormers. They'll want to build on this.
5 is in.
Front ball is for Ardre Smith, and quickly back for Keke Morabe. Dan du Plessis. Crowley held on nicely in the tackle, popped out the back from Ben Jason Dixon. De Vet and Willemse. Now Gelant onto that left boot of his, which has brought so much success with the grubber. Munster doing well to track back there and try and set a better angle for a clearance kick with the carry from Byrne.
No, it's not out. Stay back foot. Back foot. Thank you.
So Conor Murray benefits from that improved angle to make the clearance, but an extended period now of DHL Stormers with set-piece possession inside Munster's territory.
Well, it was a good recovery from Munster. Gelant with that probing kick up against the touchline. So managed to slow the game down, get into position and exit, but still under the pump here. Stormers would like, from first phase, you want to create a good punch here, get quick ruck ball and beat the fold.
Over the top of Marcel Tennyson, and a line-out gifted the way of Munster. Daly. And then Tom Farrell. Staying strong in contact. Not the speed of ruck ball that Conor Murray necessarily would have wanted. Now the hoist from Crowley. Good contest from Tom Ahern in the air, but the scraps gathered by Warwick Gelant. And a clever kick infield.
Play on.
Bounces nicely for Crowley, and inside his 22 off the left boot. Excellent kick from Jack Crowley. There's a lot of work to do here for Damian Willemse. The charge down is from Shane Daly. Brilliant work from Zas to get across and cover. Munster piling in. The counter ruck is good, and Farrell is over. Capitalising on the kick charge down. Zas working hard off the ball, but outnumbered at the breakdown. The counter ruck was powerful. They stayed on their feet, and Tom Farrell
I didn't think he did.
on hand to round off the move.
I think he was running back in support.
That's smart play.
I don't think
fantastic play from Munster. First of all, this kick here and the ability, Stormers going backwards, but is it Daly? Shane Daly with the charge down. So Willemse trying to clear, but Daly does well. But the most important thing here is to maintain your discipline, because generally players chasing there will fall off their feet. What Munster do, they stay on the feet. Good counter right here, good strength, and the ability to spot the space out there. Well done to Tagburn, off to Farrell. But that counter ruck was where the trouble started for the Stormers. Good discipline from Munster, taking the opportunities.
A wonderful finish. You think where that started, way back in their 22-meter area, after what looked like a clever cross kick into space by Warwick Gelant. It bounced kindly for this man, Jack Crowley. He got incredible distance off the left boot to create that pressure. And now convert it into points. A kick to bring Munster back on even terms. And after the first quarter, we are tied up at 7 apiece.
And Willemse Beach charged down here, but Daly did well the follow-up here. And good rescue from Zas, who thought the Stormers had gotten out of trouble. But the ability to counteract here and read it well. Forwards doing what backs do, and the biggest man in the pack, or the tallest man, Byrne, plays the scrum off role.
A lovely touch from Munster's captain. Restart from Willemse.
Wait to be played on.
Crowley.
Yep.
Willemse for Warwick Gelant. Good read from Jack Crowley, who's got plenty of time to assess his options.
Wait to be played.
Paul de Wet, the man coming across in cover, but ball winning the race to the touchline, just shepherded by Paul de Wet. Crowley was making a fair attempt, little minor shove off the ball.
Yeah, and what Crowley did, yeah, as he looked up, because Gelant had dropped back, so the space was, the immediate space was just after the, above, past the chase line. But that's a perfect scrum off roll. Paul de Wet read that beautifully, good covering from the scrum off.
Better line out from the DHL Stormers, Dweba and Andre Smith.
Okay, use it. Onside.
Now de Wet's kick for Suleiman Hartzenberg to chase. Brilliant work in the air from Shane Daly. He's made a very solid start to this game.
Chest.
There's a big hit initially from
Tackle!
Andre Smith on Jeremy Loughman.
Tackle
Loughman
called.
standing
Number 5.
very firm in that tackle and able to make some post-contact meters.
Andre Smith, I think he just lost his legs as he went there, and Loughman actually braced in contact, so managed to bounce out of that. And what happened, I think tackle was called and then the strip came. So you got to let him go. You got to release.
7.
Now, Schickerling was penalised for that in Edinburgh last week, which led to a try being disallowed. Contest on the throw, eventually away by Ahern. Willemse in with the tackle. Mike Adamson has his arm out for advantage to Munster. Byrne
advantage.
Got past the first would-be tackler, then driven back hard by Schickerling.
Just here. Tackle in the air. Still in the air. Don't interfere with the jumper.
The penalty is for interference in the air at the line-out, and Jack Crowley showing absolutely no interest in the 3 points on offer.
Stormers on the 5.
But the problem with the Stormers, they've conceded 2 penalties in a row. You go to the one with a tackle release now here, and look where you end up on your 5-meter defending. So the worst place, you don't want to give away, well, you don't want to give away penalties, period, but one on the halfway line, another one just outside the 22-meter area. And now
eyes up right front edge.
You're in trouble.
Over the top they go, and gathered by Willemse. Both teams missing their share of lineouts in this first 23 minutes.
Okay, Stormers,
DHL Stormers have lost 3.
He's been touched.
That's a second loss on their own ball from Munster. Awkward one for Daly, and Haley had to juggle, did well. Murray, Scannell. Beautiful ball out of the back of the hand, and more momentum for Munster. O'Brien from Daly.
Backwards. Stay there, stay there.
Almost a little mix-up from Munster. They were able to consolidate and away for Scannell. Crowley. Little slip, but got away from Marcel Tennyson.
Ball's available now.
O'Brien couldn't get the pass away. Some excellent line speed there from Suleiman Hartzenberg, shooting out just to put pressure on the pass.
And one of Munster's strengths is the ability to hold on to the ball, but sometimes almost looking a little bit frantic. Yeah, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers here. There's desperation to get the ball out wide, but sometimes just take your punishment, take the hit, and look to replay from then on. When they're good is when they get quick ruck ball with numbers around the ball, attacking as one.
I'm not familiar with that, I don't know. It'd be the same if it was your guys.
That replay from the higher camera was touch and go. Suleiman Hartzenberg may have been a little too quickly out of the gate, but he's got away with it if he was. A happy Cape Town crowd, delighted to be here. First time the DHL Stormers have played at home in 5 months, John Dobson was saying. Given that their first round in this competition was postponed, it'll be replayed during the Six Nations window. They were due to play the Vodacom Bulls in round 1. So started their campaign in round 2 away to the Ospreys.
Yeah, so we've seen the players make an illegal tackle. He's in a good position to make a legal tackle, so we're not seeing as foul play.
There's going to be a change for Munster. Niall Scannell unable to carry on. We're not sure yet if that is an HIA. Yeah. He's going straight to the tunnel.
Sign back on.
And the man replacing him, Owen Clark, first appearance of this campaign.
Clearly outside shoulder.
Another DHL Stormers line out.
Yep.
Lost.
Some contesting. Both teams have Trevor owned up to that one straight away, but a lot of overthrows. You've seen it's been busy at the back of the line out, just over the 50-meter line.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Powerful scrum from Munster that brings them a penalty advantage.
It's gone right in the 90, so I can't play advantage.
Power from Munster, and you can see from the hit, the Stormers were in trouble. Not an aggressive enough hit on the setup. So again, the Stormers under the pump. You think that just as they're about to get out of trouble with that line out, back under pressure again. And Munster going for it here. They want to convert here. They've had an opportunity earlier on. So from the setup, the Stormers disconnecting at the back row. And Munster coming right through.
You say 5-man, is it? Five man.
Once again opting for the 5-meter line out. First throw for Owen Clark. No contest on the throw to Tyg Byrne. Munster able to set their maul with Clark in possession at the tail. One stop called, but they've managed to wheel and over. What an entry into the game for Owen Clark. On for Niall Scannell. Just his 11th appearance in the Vodacom URC, his first one of this season. Part of a front row that won a scrum penalty. Successful line out, and now over for his second try in Vodacom URC rugby.
And it all started from the power, from the scrum. That's the net result. Ball taken right in the middle of the line out. Munster had to be patient. Clark at the back just waited for the crack to come, and eventually rolled through the open side, and down they went.
I'll tell you.
Vocal travelling support. Whenever Munster have been here, we've seen a good smattering of red inside the DHL stadium. Not least when they lifted the trophy here in Cape Town in the 2022-23 edition of the Vodacom URC, beating the defending champion DHL Stormers 19 points to 14 in this stadium. And Jack Crowley has pulled his conversion attempt wide, so the margin remains 5 as we head towards the end of the first half hour.
And his body position just too low, almost impossible to stop. With momentum coming around the corner, he drops his shoulders low, drives out of his legs. But the hard work was done in front by the other players. And Clark picked his moment beautifully.
The home crowd has gone a little quiet and looking for their team to make a response. And objective one is get hands on the ball. They're hovering at around 1/3 of the possession over the first almost half hour of this game. Just not able to hold on to it for long enough, and their set piece misfiring by their standards. Back from Warwick Gelant and secured by Joseph Dweba. Gelant. Another offload before contact from the Stormers. Willemse. Gelant. Little dink through off the left boot. Back goes Calvin Nash in cover.
Right, that'll do for. Okay.
Those little grabber kicks from Gelant, when they hop up into the hands of a grateful wing, they look fantastic, but Munster have been able to cover them so far in this game.
Okay, Munster use it.
It ended up as just being a case of kicking possession away. The attacking intent is there.
Onside.
So far, Munster have responded well. Murray. Willemse with some time, spinning out of the tackle of Shane Daly. Some beautiful stepping from Willemse. Gives Schikkeling the opportunity for a front foot ball. De Wet for Tiernissen, little isolated. And De Wet sucked into that ruck, so Dweba fills in at the base. Morabe.
No.
Then Schikkeling again. Willemse, Gelant, keeping ball in hand that time. Suleiman Hartzenberg, the man to set the ruck. Morabe with another carry. Willemse. Arms over the top of the tackle, then setting it nicely with the ball out the back, not going to hand. Now they've got to rebuild again. Du Plessis and Hartzenberg. It's gone forward off Hartzenberg. And then off a Munster player, so a lot of promise in the build-up, but ultimately back at halfway and having coughed up possession.
And also a little bit frantic there. I think there must have been a possible cut there where the players miscommunicated. That's where that pass went backwards. There, that was the one there. The Gelant was coming in and Paul De Wet was looking out wide to see. So that's where that pass, where they missed each other. From here, you're going backwards. So try slow the game down slightly.
Little collision there between Sean O'Brien and Suleiman Hartzenberg.
Yeah.
O'Brien, who was originally named on the bench for this encounter. Alex Nankerville, a late withdrawal from the match 23. So O'Brien up off the bench to start in the midfield alongside Tom Farrell.
Yeah.
And the man replacing him on the bench, Gavin Coombs. So
I didn't see it. I thought it was on the chest. I was running through traffic, but yeah, well, let the table look at it. Yeah.
So
yeah, I felt
on the far side,
I don't
getting a
think
different
he moved.
angle on it here. Yeah, there was just a bit of a shoulder-to-shoulder clash there. Nothing untoward, created that little whiplash effect.
Yeah. 14.
He looks okay, Hartzenberg.
So we've checked both head contacts
walking back
and
to his wing.
Nothing in them. We
That
checked
big
14, there was nothing.
from the Stormers, conceded a penalty.
We checked number 14 for head contact, but we didn't see anything.
The last one.
Okay, good
So I
to
think
go.
it's just going to be play on here.
Time on. Keep it nice and square again. Stay straight. Crouch.
The possession stats
Bind.
improving for the Stormers, mostly due to that last
Set.
multiple phase play, but actually ending up losing possession and some territory. The back end of that move, that's a magnificent scrum. Well, you asked for it, Ranyani. They delivered.
And a couple of words there. Whoever fired up.
Oh, shit.
But that's where the Stormers, you can't have one good scrum, one bad scrum. You need to keep your momentum and keep the pressure on.
I have no idea why you're up here. You're back here. Yeah.
That's good from Mark Adamson. Ruan Nell is in the midst of that. He said, I have no idea what you're doing here. You got 13 on your back, fella. A bit of a wobbly kick, but a mighty effective one from Damian Willemse.
And the Stormers fired up here, worked more as a unit, as a collective unit, straight through the middle. And Morabe, if the Brownridge played there, he was actually in space.
Five man, is it?
Exactly, Matt. And you can see here the net result is, look what happens from that scrum penalty. Now you want to convert.
6. Stay out as receiver. 2 meters. Okay. Eight receiver.
The best line-out position in the game for the Stormers, and Tiernison not setting the maul, allowing Tiernison to break away and make some valuable territory.
Advantage.
Tom Ahern was called off it by Mike Adamson.
You've rolled. Clear ruck formed, slowing the ball down on the 5 here.
The quick tap is taken. Mike Adamson was unsighted, but now has awarded the try. Marcel Tiernison, the man who made the break from the back of the lineup before a maul had been formed, is the man who now responds to the penalty with a quick tap.
I was right there. I gave it the mark.
And over for his first try of the campaign.
Yeah, and Matthew, what Tiernison does well is he drops his shoulders just before contact. Then you got to drive your legs. You'll never get that try if you're upright. So he's watching, but look how he just dips just before contact. Then you drive your legs over. Adamson there, so he's covering the ball, but he's got it over. But look how low he is from that position. Drives his legs, And on the line. Try given.
Okay.
But good body positioning in terms of contact, nice and low, almost below the knees of the Munster defenders.
So excellent response. Firstly from the scrum, then the line kick from Willemse. The line-out work. And then Tiernesson's try. Willemse to take the DHL Stormers back in front. It's 2 out of 2 for him.
And Marcel Tierneson quickly, but nice and low, drives his legs. And the cavalry comes in. By that stage, he's done the damage.
Niall Scannell has completed his head injury assessment and has been cleared to return. A wonderful contribution from Owen Clark in his absence, being part of a pack that earned a scrum penalty, winning a line-out and then scoring Munster's second try.
Four. There you go.
No doubt we'll see more of him in the second half of the game. Strong carry from Morabe.
Okay, use it. Thank you.
The lengthy ruck is formed. De Wet, Zas giving chase and trying to push his way through the traffic. And he's earned a penalty as a consequence.
Eight.
You spoke earlier about consecutive penalties being conceded by the Stormers, giving Munster field position. Similar here. They've scored off a penalty, now off the restart. They've conceded another, and immediately the home side can get deep into Munster territory.
That's a beautiful kick. That's a beautiful kick from Willemse, right on the mark. The Munster, what they're trying to do is look after the... Yeah, he changed his lane there, isn't it? That's pretty clear and obvious from Jack O'Donoghue. Silly, actually, very silly, a soft penalty, because there are more than enough numbers chasing back for him to do that. So you can see he stepped out of his lane just to slow Zas down a bit. But the Stormers, you look at the time on the clock, you look at where they are, they need this one, they want this one.
Schickling the target, and immediate forward momentum for them all. And then the ball lost forward. It was on. The breakaway was on. They know it.
Frustration. Yeah, and Keke Morabe, such a good player. He'll be disappointed with that. And you can see what he was thinking there, Matthew. He had the ball. Probably he was the ripper there, so he had the ball. And the temptation, as that wheels around, that it opens up slightly. So he's fighting to get through. If he gets that ball there, he's over the line.
Good work, lads. Yeah. Good balance. Hold the pressure.
But still, it's not the end here. Stormers will look for a good scrum. Apply that pressure. This is where the experience, you see the experience of a Conor Murray from this position. Knows when to slow the game down, when to pick the pace up. Always wants to be in control.
Set.
No one back near the dead ball line here. Well, Conor Murray wants a free kick.
Yeah, and that's the experience, Matthew. He puts that ball in because the Stormers had won the hit.
Keep it square.
Munster in trouble, so he slows it down, reset.
Hurry up a bit because we're down the edge. It's this going to stand in there, look.
Okay, let's go then. Let's go.
Well, this reminds me, remember Faf de Klerk in Paris, World Cup final. That last minute, the last 30 seconds, when he delayed that put in, got the reset for the Springboks. Such a skill for the scrum halves to read when your team's on top in the scrum.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Another huge effort, but quickly out by Conor Murray.
Here.
Just want to manage the clock here a bit. Can they manage it long enough before making the clearance kick? Perhaps not. Murray is
onside.
Set for the clearance.
Play on.
And Gelant going quickly off the line out for Willemse. O'Donoghue diving over the top. De Wet and Gelant. Arms through the tackle for Zas. Excellent tackle from Conor Murray, and Dweba was coming at pace. The bench can feel it.
Yeah.
It's close.
There's almost that tension in the crowd where Munster almost surviving or just hanging on here, and Dweber at place probably looked up slightly, but he gets that ball. He's doing some damage. And the Stormers have got numbers out on the right-hand side.
What I want from you is hold the weight back before the ball's in. There's a lot of
Jeremy
pressure
Lockman
before the ball.
Munster's loose head is receiving some attention. Looks like his left knee.
They didn't have a problem with my head.
And probably at that previous scrum, which was disintegrating as Conor Murray very calmly
it looks like a lot of weight coming
managed to extract the
before
ball.
the ball. Yeah, I know you want to attack that one because it's on the 5 metre line, or it's close up there. But just have to
and
wait
Munster did well to get that channel 1 ball quickly in and out.
Is that fair?
But that's the beauty of a player like Warwick Kallant. He's first receiver down the blind side, Matthew. So Willemse took that ball out. He was at the bottom of the ruck and he became first receiver. His knee got jammed in there.
15 and
so studs got jammed in the ground and knee got folded.
Okay. So 15 meters.
Just going to try last
so
to half time and then
here, lads.
hopefully the medics can work their magic.
It's a forward pass up here. Still scrum. Munster, yeah. I think it was around this pass here.
Took a little bit of attention there. And that left knee of Jeremy Lockman needs to hold out for
10 meters right here.
It looks like being one last set piece. Can't imagine Munster will launch from here.
This is Kallant at first receiver. What is looking to create? That's forward. That's it. He always looks like he's got time on the ball the whole time. Ball in both hands. Double, triple pump. Keep the defenders busy.
Time on. Hold the weight. Keep it square.
This is going to be a test for Lockman here, especially on that knee of his, that left knee.
That is the halftime siren at DHL Stadium. Decent crowd in. Big weekend of sport in the mother city of Cape Town. Cape Town Marathon taking place tomorrow.
Set! Yes, 9.
More pressure on the Munster scrum, and Conor Murray not taking any chances at all. Finding touch over.
4-man. 2 meters. Change position.
Dweber, the tap is from Dixon, and Zas doing well to flick the pass away for Willemse. He makes a couple of valuable meters. Just keeping Munster on their heels defensively. Murabe. Excellent clean out from the Stormers. Dweber for De Wet, and then Murabe once again.
It's fine, Flip.
Making a couple of valuable meters with every carry. Now it's Ben Jason Dixon's turn.
Offside.
Offside call.
Offside.
Against Munster. So another free play for the home side.
No advantage. Number 2 offside.
That's an area of the field where patience is required, but that's where you need your big runners to make the dents out there. It becomes a fight in the 22-meter area. Defenses are come up.
We've come out and there's lots of voices. Your number 2 shouting at me. Somebody else is shouting. You're shouting off the ball. Somebody else is shouting offside. Somebody else is shouting cynical. I don't want that. I don't have to do anything about that. Number 2.
So the penalties against Munster hooker Niall Scannell. But a bit of a warning from referee Mike Adamson to the Stormers number 2 Joseph Dweber. Lots of chat going on. And that's the call against Niall Scannell, which allows Willemse to set up another 5-meter line-out. Another awkward line-out. Well rescued by Ardre Smith.
Advantage on the one side.
Jeremy Lockman conceding a penalty advantage as Dweber goes in search of the Stormers' third. Out the back from Willemse. It's a poor pass.
Number 1 in the side.
It's a lot of penalties in the 22-meter area here.
Number 1.
I think one more, there's going to be a warning.
You've come in at the second layer. Come at the back. Number 1.
And the Stormers more looked like it was going forward. I think there was a bit of miscommunication with the line out. It was almost like a half jump. But it still got going forward, considering there's a meeting down there. You can see JD Schickerling, Andre Smith having a chat together.
Munster on the line. Yeah, on the 5. Yeah, I just think you won't be on the lifter.
So the timing wasn't right.
Don't slide up there.
The Stormers got going. They'll look for it.
6 man.
Contest on the throw to Schickerling, and Paul de Vet under all kinds of pressure as Munster come piling through. Done well to retain that ball, but Stormers losing a good 10-12 metres off that line-out contest. Morabe, powerful carry from him once again. Then Dixon pops it up for de Vet. Duplessis. Inside for Andre Smith. With no real option but to carry. Tiernison.
It's a tackle now, and he's on the ground.
Tackle made. Munster called out of it.
Ball's out.
Another powerful carry. Regaining some momentum here. Willemse. Oh, beautiful line from Hartzenberg, and Duplessis, and Nel will go in. Well, after a series of handling errors and some inaccurate passing, a move where all the passes stuck to great effect for Ruan Nel.
Yeah, and how's that for passing under pressure? Slick, short passes. The forwards were rumbling it up. The back said, give it to us. And the Stormers faithful love that. But talk about passing under pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And over goes Ruan Nel. But some fantastic touches from the Stormers.
Yes.
Under pressure, Munster players coming up.
No 30. 30
but
seconds.
still beat the rush.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
As Damian Willemse lines up this conversion attempt, having kicked the previous 2, there's a change, another change to the DHL Stormers pack. Andre Smith, who replaced
30.
Ruben van Heerden, albeit with a number change in this week's starting lineup, is now replaced by van Heerden, wearing jersey 19. Willemse looking to curl it back. He's done it beautifully. It's an on day for Damian Willemse.
Definitely. A versatile Damian Willemse. Such a talented player. 2 World Cups already. And he's out 24-25. But that's the try from the Stormers. Ruan Nel at the end. He still had a number outside him. But the passing, get that ball into space as quickly as possible. The passes landed beautifully for the Stormers.
Billy Burns, 114 caps for Ulster. Now in his first season in the Munster Red. On as a replacement. Replace Shane Daly, who's looking slightly uncomfortably towards the Munster bench. Remember, with that late change, the withdrawal of Alex Nankivell. Just the 2 backline players on the bench for Munster, with Gavin Coombs coming into the 23. Weber collecting a rebound.
Falling.
Ruben van Heerden with the carry, then Tiernison looking to free his arms, not quite. Excellent tackle from Tyke Bird. Van Heerden again, immediately making his presence felt.
Wait to be played on. Okay.
Gillard chases from Ruan Nel onto Crowley. Murray, Scannell, pop inside for Lockman. Excellent tackle made by the Stormers, meeting Munster at the gain line after the pass from Mike Haley. Willemse made an early call and a brilliant catch. Tom Ahern in with the tackle.
And the hole was there for Netling for sure. But Willemse, you want to talk about commitment or committing to the up and under. That is it from Damien Willemse. Came from a long way out. Safe under it. Look at that. Never takes his eyes off the ball. Gets a safety of jumping up in the air, so he's untouchable there. A little bit of momentum, but there's the hole for Netling for sure. He just needed the ball with him.
Yeah, 1 and 3, guys. John Jeremy, yeah.
Double change in the front row for Munster. Jeremy Lockman and John Ryan. Being replaced by Kieran Ryan, wearing jersey 17, and Stephen Archer.
I think so. That's what I've been told.
The starter last week
Number 8
in the Croke Park derby against Leinster, now off the bench to replace John Ryan.
Okay, nice and square, consistent hit.
And another change.
Okay, time on. There's the mark. Control the head.
Jack O'Donoghue, who started at 6 against Leinster, wearing number 8 today, is replaced by Gavin Coombs, who's wearing jersey 23, the late draft, onto the bench. Powerful ball carrier at the base of the scrum now for Munster.
Bind. Shot.
More power from the Stormers, 8, and Coombs picking up at the back. Important tackle from Marcel Tienersen, but then
Number 19 taking the clear out. 19.
penalties against Ruben van Heerden.
Number
Immediately
19
a
taking the
hand
clear
up in
out
acknowledgement
from
and
the
apology to his teammates. Soft penalty.
Soft one. What the Stormers want to do is double up here, but Munster have been staunch at times, you know, held the line defensively, fought pretty hard. Remember, their record in South Africa is probably the best out of all the touring teams, or the visiting teams.
One Springbok in the middle of the front row, replaced by another. Joseph Tueba departs. Andre Hijo Fenta replaces him, the man who won his first test cap against Portugal earlier this season in Bloemfontein. Murray. Crowley and then Burns. Haley up from full-back. Murray. Gelant. Inside is 22.
Retreat, Stormers, retreat!
Neil and Zas now playing everyone on side. Murray. O'Brien. Got away from Hartzenberg. Jean Klein setting up for a carry, but popping inside for Kieran Ryan. Murray and Haley. Tienersen and Morabi.
Not now, not now.
Doing the defensive work.
Leave it! Stay back! Stormer, stay back! Thank you.
Another carry for Klein. Burns and Crowley. Excellent tackle on Farrell from Leland Zas, and he earns the penalty. No release of the ball.
Tackle complete.
That's a great read. That's a great read from Leland Zas. That's the right defense. The outside defenders have to make some reads, and if you're going to kill it, you kill it ball and all. Otherwise, you're in trouble defensively. Willemse wants to go for this one. I think Gareth Wright, the kicking coach, is going to come on with a tee. Well, they're going for the corner. Thought for a second he might be going for it, but back to that tackle, Matthew. Takes time sometimes to get that, but Leland Zas, the experience there with that fantastic read.
Keep coming, Nims. Keep coming, keep coming. Yeah,
good to see Herschel Yankees back, Rugby World Cup winner with the Springboks in 2019. Back from a shoulder injury. Excellent tackle.
Six man.
Never released the ball. Tom Farrell.
6, yeah. Okay, Munster just opened the gap.
For the
Guys,
first
you're taking
quarter
forever
of the
to come in.
game or
That's
so,
why they're
that
closing it. Come in.
possession statistic was
you.
around 31% for the home side. Vast improvement since then, but another misfiring line out into the midfield from Scannell. And Crowley getting his pass away for Farrell. Lovely ball inside for O'Brien. And Gavin Coombs tucked the ball under the arm. No subtlety in that carry. Hard and straight. Out the back from Ryan. Crowley. And then Farrell and O'Brien. Beautiful combination between the centres. And Kendellen losing the ball in contact. Two good combinations there between the two centres. Sean O'Brien, a late draft into the starting lineup to play alongside Tom Farrell. Two former Connacht players. Now in the colours of Munster in that midfield. Confirmation of the replacement of Paul de Vet by Herschel Yankees.
He had a long-term injury. Paul de Vet's been good.
On Billy. Yeah, it was back here in time.
Good distribution skills, always busy on the run. Kicked beautifully also. So a good solid outing for Paul de Vet. Herschel Yankees back in the mix.
The other back on the bench, Shami, is Yuri Mattia, who you would consider a very solid goal kicker, relatively early in his Vodacom URC career.
Just fine on the tackle and
5 appearances in the competition before this evening.
Yeah, it's on the 5, lads. It's on the 5.
Just the 2 backline players on the bench, but the way Damien Willemse is kicking from the tee, suspect that they'll give him a little longer.
Timing was fine
in that 10 jersey.
I've not seen any head contact.
And if he should depart, or if Yuri Mattia is to come on, you might see Willemse shifting to either 12 or 15.
That's on the 5. Yeah, that's fine. Wherever you're comfortable. Crouch. Bind. Set. We're going to reset that.
There was a slip.
There was instability before the ball's in. Instability before the ball's in. I think a bit of both, yeah, a bit of both. Do you want to move it to the side a bit? Are you okay? Fine here. Space on the crouch. Space on the crouch. Wait for the calls on the set call. I'll give you more time to get your feet adjusted.
It's about getting the setup right here from both teams. So it gives you, put you in a good position to actually fire on the hit.
Bind. Set.
Another reset.
No clear dominance. No clear dominance from either. No clear dominance from either side. If you want rewarded, forward on both sides, not just on one.
You can see already the angles aren't right.
Wait for the set call. Wait for the set call.
Thomas Ahern completely disengaged from that scrum, almost scrumming on Netling for sure. The scrum here, Mike Adams is going to have to make a decision here because it's taking too long. They got reset number 2 or 3.
Bind! Set! Yes, line. Behind the ball. Advantage.
Well, he has made the call. It's a penalty advantage. Willemse looping around and grabbing the pass. Beautiful drift for Galanten. Suleiman Hartzenberg into the line, finding Zas, and then Herschel Yankees. Munster penalty. It was a brave
straight on ball
decision to go over the ball. Just slightly isolated Herschel Yankees and tight to the touchline. Gavin Coombs quick to pounce.
Yeah, and that was on penalty advantage too. So it was a free play. Again, slick hands from the Stormers. How's this pass from Willemse? Nice,
you had
flat and hard.
But we got all the way, it was on the halfway all the way up to 22. Yeah.
Galant managing to create that little space, but 1, 2, 3, 4 Munster players around that ball. Good scrambling defense from Munster.
So 5.
Five-man line out for Munster, and over the fingertips of the skipper, Tyg Byrne. Andre Higa-Venter securing on the ground for the Stormers. Van Heerden, one of the standout players of last season's Vodacom URC, Ruben van Heerden.
Good contest. Yeah.
Contest in the air was good. There was some contact. Both players clearly going for the ball. Geland for Morave.
Advantage over for the knock.
Pass out the back, just a little soft. Willemse had to retreat to fetch. Venter.
Pulled off his feet.
Excellent work from Marcel Tiernissen. Yankees straight up into the Cape Town night sky. Lost forward by Zas. Crowley gathers. Burns.
I thought not too many players around that ball. Stormers players, they needed to get out of that 10-meter radius.
Running the 10.
That's a cheap penalty. Kick going straight up into the air from Herschel Yankees, and no opportunity to retreat out of that 10-meter radius. Another change in the front row. Neertling Forshire replaced by Sazi Sandi. Brilliant kick from Crowley. As Munster chased the game in the final quarter. Worth repeating. The DHL Stormers looking to achieve something they have never done in 4 attempts in this Vodacom URC competition, and that is to defeat the Munster men.
Sorry, 5. Give you time.
Owen Clark, who we saw on the field for just under 10 minutes in the first half, a period in which he scored a try while Scannell was off having an HIA. He's back on.
Wingers on.
His first line out lost. Quickly taken throw in by Nash for Haley. Murray and Burns. And that may have been a little forward. Crowley having a go though, and Nash was coming on the switch. There's a little knock on there and a big let off.
Yeah, that's the danger of Munster. What they've been doing all day is going with those pull passes, so behind the back of the front runner.
Yeah, forward pass.
This time they went front door here.
Pass from 10.
So the defenders can slide off.
Well, that one's forward.
Yeah, that is forward.
And that's the one they're coming back for, Shim.
Yeah, and that's the danger, Matthew, because the whole day they've been going behind. Eventually they start going using the front options. So the defenders get used to seeing the same picture. All of a sudden it's a little pop to the front runner.
Maybe we're going to be seeing
Okay, let's play, lads.
Yuri Matia out of necessity. Damien Willemse are looking very uncomfortable. Having spent a good period of time out of the game.
Time off.
Missing the entire international season for the Springboks.
Yeah. In the first half, you guys are down a lot.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
I know. He's down this time.
Munster, 4 games.
I won't put
2
time on till
victories, both of those on home turf against Connacht in round 1 and the Ospreys in round 3.
That's where you got the knock on the chest. Willemse, but he's a tough man, Damien Willemse. All is in the mix. He's had a busy all day.
Okay, time on. Crouch. Bind. Set. Going again.
20 resets in this half. First scrum for Sazi Sandi on the tight head side for the DHL Stormers.
I need a hook.
Now the Stormers look like they had a little bit of a nudge on the collapse on the right-hand side, so they want to keep that up.
Keep it straight, elbow up.
Fanine Wycherley making his preparations to come off the bench.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Well, the penalty's gone
not giving anything to hit against.
the way of Munster. It looked as though Stephen Archer was completely
loose edge, straight down,
overextended, but the penalty's gone against Brock Harris.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Archer went straight to ground there. I don't see how it's a penalty against Brock Harris. So here we go on the setup. Archer goes right straight to ground.
I didn't feel like he gave him anything. Get the space, lads.
So under pressure in their own 22 once again after that scrum penalty. Tyke Byrne, the recipient, at the tail of the Munster line. One stop called as Clark has control of the ball.
To knees.
Away by Murray. Crowley looks to his inside. O'Brien. Quick ball for Crowley. And then Farrell. Manhandled by Warwick Galant and Ruan Nel.
That's it.
Recycled for Clark once again. Munster must rebuild. Byrne. Another massive tackle. And the ball knocked forward. That's just a brilliant piece of defending from the DHL Stormers.
Right, it's a great defensive set. Also the tackle technique. You can see going nice and low, the double hits.
No, not initially.
Playing it together, working as a unit,
then got driven back,
dominating that gain line. And it all started with Warwick Galant. Look at this, both nice and low. One low, one high. They connect and they start driving. It's a great defensive work, great defensive set from the Stormers.
Dixon and Sazi Sandi in combination. On Munster's captain, but previously Warwick Galant
just got a dominant tackle.
Taking a telling hit.
You'd let me know before.
The blood is flowing. JD Schickerling getting some attention, so too Kieran Ryan.
Norman Laker, the Stormers defensive coach, he'll be happy with this. The players spent so much, and that's Tyke Byrne, you remember. That's a serious rugby player, that. PJ Dixon coming in with the big hit.
So Schickerling needs further attention. Andre Smith back on.
I don't think he felt it was
as a temporary replacement. Just over 15 minutes to play here in Cape Town.
That's what the penalty for, because he didn't give you a hit again.
Starting this round 5 of the Vodacom URC, in last position on the log, just 5 points. That being from their bonus point win against Zebra in round 3, but just their second game of the competition. Nothing to show from their losses away to the Ospreys and Edinburgh. So although they would be satisfied with their first win over Munster, they will feel that every log point counts. 3 converted tries already. Desperate for a fourth.
Hit square, don't get long.
But not at the expense of allowing Munster back into the game. John Klein, replaced by Fanine Wycherley. Well, he took his time. Whistle went, and perhaps a call from the far side from AJ Jacobs there.
I suppose the thing is, Matthew, we're not seeing a scrum contest here. It's more penalty by infringement and a lot of resets. The side that it went down. So that's an elbow down straight.
Munster just on the edge of the white.
it's not really, you want to see a scrum contest, not really penalties because of infringements.
Andre Smith straight back into the action, away by Yankees. Willems's hoist coming down just over halfway. Awkward one, but well dealt with by Sean O'Brien. Murray, and then Burns with the switch of direction for Crowley. A big hit on Munster's fly half. Clark. Penalty advantage being shown. And Burns over the top. Ahern. Archer. Little show of the ball. Still that penalty advantage being played by Mike Adamson. Burns going for the cross kick. A clever little juggle from Warwick Gelant.
High tackle.
But it's a high tackle call. Must have been the one on Jack Crowley.
Yeah, I think it was the second tackler, which might have been Sazi Sandy. He went all in there, he tried to go big.
Seven.
Another change for Munster. It's Alex Kendellen replaced by Ruan Quinn.
Okay.
It's on the ball. Bit of whiplash.
No, he just went for a big hit. I'm not convinced that's a high tackle.
When I got your call, just comment the relay.
No problems for Stephen Archer, who's seen some running repairs to Kieran Ryan, the other replacement prop.
Okay. I understand.
And Sazi Sandy comes in here. Where is that high though? It's just a hit. And a tackle assist. It's a good hit from him.
The 5-man.
And this has been one of the strengths of Munster, the ability to claw themselves back into games. That's a hit on the shoulder.
Thank you. Time on.
So the first contact was on the ball from the other angle. Certainly some whiplash in it. Excellent line out for Tom Ahern. Clark hitting his man and
one stop, going backwards.
Searching for the ball, has it now as Munster's maul is taken towards touch. Murray, wonderful stepping from Connor Murray. The defensive line being forced onto the back foot here.
Don't pen him in.
Jack Crowley filling in for Murray at scrum half. In search of their third try. Tom Ahern thought about the carry, then popped it up for Clark. Murray and Farrell. Murray has it again, and over they go. Gavin Coombs, powerful ball carrier. Jean Klein up off the bench. The conversion should be a formality. And yet again, we'll be in for a tight finish between these two.
And it's all about getting, once you're in that area, converting. But a questionable penalty against Sazi Sandy, but Munster coming alive here. What Coombs does well, he almost drifts past here. Look at that, he drifts, he goes sideways. So the pass beats the defender, gets outside of Zas and gets into the hole. Munster fight back.
And the conversion was indeed a formality for Jack Crowley. An extra 2 and just 2 points in it.
And what Coombs does is that little drift, as he drifts on the outside of the defender, gets a bit of width. And over he goes.
Which one?
It is the try scorer who now needs attention.
The high tackle? The high tackle? Yeah. You're number 18 and 19. We're just going to wait. Both teams have had a lot of injuries. Yeah. So I can't favour one team and tell them to hurry up if I don't do the other way. Okay. Time on.
Deep restart onto Jack Crowley. Andre Hijo Fenter there to make the tackle.
Okay, 9, use it.
Murray. Too much distance on the clearance kick. Willemse stepping his way through Munster defenders. Yankees. Gelant was in there as first receiver. Ball's been lost forward, unforced error from the Stormers. The pass was a little high.
You've knocked it on into the Munster player before you regather.
He's also standing still, that's the problem.
If it hits the opposition, it has to be a knock-on.
With line speed, Sazi usually got great skills. He's standing still, right on the line. Not moving at all.
In and out, pit square.
Suddenly there's more anxiety in the Stormers coaching box. They looked very comfortable after the Ruan-Nel try that took them out to the 9-point lead. Now back in the midst of a fierce contest.
Ball's out, off the boot.
Burns was looping around, but was a decoy. Nash. Dan du Plessis holding him up for a while. Wycherley. Murray shapes to kick. Little touch on there from a Stormers player. Du Plessis for Gelant. Dixon. And then Willemse for Nel. And Venter gets away from a couple. Brilliant work from Andre Hijo Venter.
Not now. Counter-ruck's fine. Ball's here.
Ball comes back on the Munster side after a ferocious counter-ruck. But the penalty going the way of the Stormers.
Ball's here. Net roll. Yes, push down. Play. Keep running backwards.
They carry on with the quick tap. Murabe. Strong carry from the number 8.
Turnover.
Turnover is good.
Turnover's good. Yeah.
Burns.
Carried back.
Haley. Kicks deep. Gelant. Man alone as he tracks back.
Retreat, Stormers, keep retreating!
And that's an excellent clearance. Down to halfway by Warwick Gelant, but you have to wonder about the quick tap penalty. Would they not have been better served? Kicking for a line out.
Time off.
Conor Murray off.
Number 7, is it?
Ethan Coughlin. Irish under-20 international on. And then Lionel, just his second appearance in this competition. Replaces Ben Jason Dixon.
Stormers. How many? 5 man, 5 man. Take a step. Okay, time on.
A lot of stop-start in this game, but we find ourselves again on a knife edge. Van Heerden with a crucial line-out steal. Murabe making meters again. Carried strongly, kicking Murabe throughout.
Okay, use it. Back foot. 9! Okay.
Hoist from Yankees. Good work from the Stormers. Back into the grateful arms of Ruben van Heerden.
Timing was fine, backwards. To
Lost backwards under pressure by Herschel, Yankees.
And a tackle now! Both here.
Willemse. And Venter.
Out you go! Munster! Stay back. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Cool pulled off it 3 times at the ruck. And the Stormers have a penalty straight out in front. No release. What do they do here? Do they go for the 3?
No clear release.
That's right in front, just a little bit of distance.
The shot has been called. Just to create a little bit of breathing space. Gavin Coombs doesn't like it. Adjudged to have been a tackle assist and never releasing as he went for the steal.
The key with those is generally the refs talk to you when you're over the ball, so you know whether you're right or wrong. If you're wrong, get out of there.
He had done that at the previous ruck, Mike Adamson. And that all happened very quickly. And Damian Willemse, having kicked 3 out of 3 conversion attempts, now calling in Marcel Tennyson to steady the ball. Swirling wind inside the DHL Stadium. Willemse. He loved it immediately, and he has eked out a 5-point lead for his team.
And Munster, yeah, well, they're going to have to go short with a kick. I think these Stormers will be well aware of this. Territory and position key.
Apologies for the temporary loss of graphics. It's 24 points to 19. That's the most important statistic that you need with that penalty from Damian Willemse. 3 converted tries and the penalty from Willemse. For Munster, 3 tries. Tom Farrell, Owen Clark and Gavin Coombs. 2 conversions off the boot of Jack Crowley. But with that attempted short restart, which you predicted, Shimmy, they haven't carried the 10.
Stability after the set.
Gifting the Stormers a scrum opportunity in the centre spot.
Willemse still holding their chest overs from that collision, so there's still Mathieu on the bench, but Willemse does not want to go off whatsoever. Yeah, just keeps getting the ice back on it. Stormers here are going to try and go big in the scrum here. Back territory and position key.
Set! 9 behind the ball. Behind the ball.
Away by Yankees. Gelant. Brilliantly
Inside.
done by Haley. Awkward ball for Gelant here, but it goes for Willemse. Gets away from Haley. Makes his way through. Brilliant pass from Nel. Zas to his left. Yankees to his right.
Offside line.
Then Tennyson for Keke Morabe. Another stroke of brilliance from Damian Willemse setting up this attack.
Stay back.
Yankees for Harris. And then low Nel.
No, Munster, second man.
Back it comes from Herschel Yankees. Damian Willemse looking for the drop. He's got it. Does that make the game safe? A Damian Willemse drop goal takes the Stormers out to an 8-point lead with 2.5 minutes to play. Crowley kicks off, doesn't carry the 10.
No, got it just before. He took possession before it went 10.
Another substitution, a late one. Dave Ewers is replacing Keke Morabe, who will get a justified ovation from the crowd. Big game from the DHL Stormers, number 8.
Yeah. You have to stay straight and don't push it down.
Yeah, what a game he's had, Keke Morabe.
In and up. Yeah.
He just grabbed that opportunity. He's always been bubbling under. My goodness, strong carries and contact over the ball defensively.
Just apologies once again for the loss of graphics. We're making do with the stadium scoreboard. 27 points to 19. The DHL Stormers lead Munster on the cusp of their first ever victory.
Don't go through the mark. Time off.
Against Graham Roundtree's men. Munster go to Durban to play the Hollywood Bet Sharks next week. The DHL Stormers will be in Stellenbosch, the Donning Craven Stadium, a home fixture against the defending Vodacom URC champions, the Glasgow Warriors.
Crouch! Bind! Set! That's 9.
Another reset. 27 points to 19. A reminder of the score. We're back.
Time's off.
On with our graphic.
No.
He's just got to make a call.
Right.
But you can see the frustration of the players. I mean,
you two. Rob, you have to stay square. Both of you are just going in. Keep it straight. Okay? Keep it straight. Wait for the ball. Wait for the ball. And don't step off the mark. The time's off, okay?
And then Brock Harris, you can hear what he's saying. Look, he's going in, so he's following him, man. So what you want is 2 scrum screens, but I think Mike Adamson's looking for the perfect scrum almost.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold. Keep it square. Keep it square.
More power from the Stormers. Scrum, which brings them a penalty. Celebration from Brock Harris. And from Nettling Forshire on the bench. Tisa Toli, the front row club, is happy. So 8 points, the margin. One more try gets the DHL Stormers a bonus point. So Damian Willemse will surely be looking for maximum distance on this kick. He put in 2 magnificent kicks in the first half. That one is wobbly and hasn't found touch. Nash brought down by Leolin Zas.
Stay back now.
Munster need any points to get a losing bonus point. They're currently out of range of any points. They need to work field position here. Farrell keeps it alive. Away to Gavin Coombs. O'Brien. They are wanting to keep it alive. Wycherley. With Munster having scored 3 tries as well, if they can get a try from 85 odd meters, they could pick up 2 bonus points. Haley. Be careful not to concede penalties, though. Well, they get a penalty. Stormers illegally slowing the ball down at the breakdown, so they get this opportunity to kick for territory and set up a line out.
Munster showing fight. They're going for it, but they need some players to get off the ground and
let's go, Jack.
Get the medics off.
I'll put time off.
Keep chasing here.
Deep into time added on.
Just on the edge of the white.
Michel Yankees in with a tackle, then
5.
Ruben van Heerden, you can see just not rolling there, slowing the ball down. Clean win at the front from Munster, but then the interception from Ruan now, and here comes that 4-try bonus point. The DHL stadium erupts as Ruan goes over for a second. Munster looking for a little piece of magic from inside their own half to try and claw something out of this game. But Ruan just needed a sniff of the opportunity. Flat ball in the midfield. Little pop pass, and Ruan wise to the trick.
Yeah, and well read, one of the better defenders in the outside channel. You got to make those reads, and he did it perfectly there. The perfect finish for the Stormers as they get one over Munster for the first time. Pretty convincing at the end, but it was edgy at times. It was tight. It was an arm wrestle, but the Stormers fronted up when it counted. Desperate Stormers team, but they managed to get it over the line.
What an evening for Damian Willemse. 4 successful conversions, a penalty, and a beautifully struck drop goal.